Welcome everyone, it is me Dennis again back with another episode. I hope you love this video. So today we're going to talk about how we live in the United States, the economy, inflation, and all other stuff I would like to go over. So let's see, since you're born, you probably become part of the system. And the way how it works, I'm going to go over and give you some knowledge on how exactly the system owns you and how exactly everything runs. So 90% of national wealth, 90% it belongs to the national wealth. So what do they basically do? The household, it's $49 trillion in the United States, while you'll be wondering, since the total of it in the whole country is $139 trillion in the United States. So United States uh owns about $35 trillion to the world, but in other words, he kind of owns to himself. So the system, it's a global build. It was been global. It's been since 40 years that United States built it. So let me explain you how exactly that works. Let's say I'm a millionaire, right? Let's say I have maybe $5 million. So I have the power to actually create a huge company, and I find 100 people. So what I basically do is like, it's literally like giving this banana to 100 monkeys. It's like giving this banana to 100 monkeys. So I have 100 employees, right? They all want to eat. So what we basically do is like, they show us, they, I don't even know how to explain. It's like they make you think that, yeah, you're actually making something, but hell no, you're not making anything. You're wasting your life. They want to put you in 9 to 5. You're working your whole life. You're wasted. You barely even have 1 week vacation, and you're literally wasting your whole entire time. So the thing is, like, the system they created was really awesome. It was somebody out there that was really, really smart. Somebody that I was actually very, very, very smart person who actually created this. In school here in the United States, they don't teach you how to be an entrepreneur. They don't teach you how to be your own boss. They don't teach you how to be an investor. What they teach you is like, yeah, get a school degree, go get a job, and it's like over 300 5,000 people in the line waiting for that job. So middle class is constantly being squeezed. It's like they're choking you in the neck. They're punching you in the throat. Like, the middle class is disappearing. It's eventually becoming low class. Why? Because while we have a rich people playing golf, enjoying life, everybody's so, they say, yeah, America's great for them. Why? Because on the other side we have people struggling, trying to stay ahead with their bills, which they can't even afford. Even the truckers, they're giving up when they're driving. Why? Because they work so hard driving state to state for one little bit of penny. Like, they're really started realizing, and people are start getting mad and about that, because they know that it's an illusion. It's something that they put in your mind. So I guess that's what us all created, religion and all that kind of stuff. So imagine they're enjoying their life and they're mining their wealth, and they don't teach you at school how to be an entrepreneur. They want to keep you in that system in a way that for them it's like a piece of cake. It's like giving the carrot to the rat. It's like literally taking away a candy from a child. It's like they know how to work it, they know how to do it, they have no power over it. So what they basically do is like, it's like giving this banana to a monkey. That simple. And that's just the only sample I can give you because it's the easier one. And like, in general, in self, the inflation is destroying middle class. I'm not even lying about it. This is globally, this is going away the hell out of hands. um, you're being squeezed, you're being completely choked in the neck. We need a government that works for everyone, not for only for the higher class, which that's what we're seeing lately. If you make over 500,000 in the United States, you're gonna be completely well. You're gonna be fine. But if you make less than 150K a year, let me tell you, you're gonna be ended up a lot of taxes. You're gonna pay taxes for every single thing, even for the air you breathe. You're gonna be ended up paying for that. The tariffs are invisible. Let me tell you what a tariff is. A tariff is some bill invisible that you don't even see it. It's something that is not going to have the answer for all the solutions that you want in your life. It's not going to have an answer for it. It's just an invisible thing that even the World Cup, they're trying to move it to Canada and Mexico. Why? Because everybody in the world is realizing that they don't want to put a foot in America for all the stuff that are going on right now. And even the American people, I'm talking in general, Hispanic, all the black community, everybody. I'm talking about the whole entire people. Like they're realizing that they're being manipulated. They're being lying this whole time, and they're just so sick of it. People are starting to be motivated to kind of like create their own business, open up maybe a coffee shop or something, because I mean things are just you cannot be 50 years working in the same place, not getting nowhere. At the end, they say, "Yeah, you're gonna get retirement paycheck." Hell no, you won't. You won't get no damn check. Why? Because you're gonna have a heart disease by that time. You may get a stroke and die. Nobody's gonna pay your funeral. Nobody's gonna come and save you. Open up your eyes. Listen up, people. Like I'm telling you, nobody does anything for anybody. If you think that the government is giving you something, no, they're not. They're letting you borrow it. Why? Because you're gonna end up paying twice as much to them without even realizing it. That's just the way how the system works. Why? That's why people started realizing, the smart American people, they moved to Vietnam, Japan, they moved to any other countries, like especially Paraguay, Vietnam, Thailand, cheap countries in every single continent. It could be in Asia, it could be in South America, it could be in Africa, it could be. There's always a cheap country. Guess what? They still make the American dollars. They own all these big, huge apartments here, big corporations. They own over 100,000 homes. They get a lot of money for rent. Especially, it's a lot of people that they're investors. So what they basically do, let's say I'm a millionaire and I have 10 houses here, and if I live in Africa, I'll be living like a king, just like that. I'll be getting month to month rent payment to my credit debit card to my bank account, and I'll be so fine. I'll be completely fine. So that's just the way how they work. They're really smart people. So wealth was always created. But let me tell you, from 1945, all these people back then in the 50s, well, way even more, probably the 20s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, that's where all the wealth stay at. There's money in the United States like you have no idea. There's millions and millions and millions of dollars that it's all wealth. It's just moved things around in a way that you don't even see it. Now, the new generations, they hardly ever know how to handle money. They don't even know how to do an investment. They don't know how to do much. So, what you're basically doing is like you're giving your time for it and you become slave of it. And you have to understand that you got to believe this. So, in general, what they trying to tell us is like, okay, you give me 20 or 30 or 40 years of your life. I give you this banana. The whole time I'm gonna give you this banana, and it's never gonna be you're never gonna be missing this banana. You're gonna have a roof over your head, which is a lie. You're gonna have all the things you can think of, but the money just circulates like that. So what they basically trying to tell you is, do not even try to invest. Do not even try to buy a house. And if you do, go ended up paying taxes for property taxes. Oh shoot, I don't even want to get me started. Like I would say maybe 10 different kinds of taxes. So you they're trying to make electrical cars. The millionaires, they just making millions of it. They're doing a huge, massive companies of electric cars, and they're doing a lot of other things in all over the world. They're also doing trying to send a skyrocket to Mars to find life, water up there on Mars. So with that money that they're making on those skyrocket, they could feed the whole entire Africa, but they're never gonna do it. That's not gonna happen on Earth ever. So sending this skyrocket to Mars, hopefully they think that the world may disappear. I mean, be gone one day, so they already prepared for another life up there. But the goal is that the rich have different kinds of thinking, mindset, and they're billionaires. Like they move the money, they own the world. So it's a huge corporations that they don't want to tell you, they don't want to. They have a huge wisdom. And what it basically happens is that here in America, the middle class is gone. Me to me is one low class and rich class. Why? Because what they basically try to do is like, hey, you work for me 50, 40 years, you stay where I'm telling you to stay, and you're like a little baby. You cannot move anywhere. You just stuck there. If you skip 1 2 days, you're fired. You don't have food in your house. You can't pay your bills. You can't have a roof over your head. Instead of them telling you, hey, guess what? I'm going to give you the recipe for you to open up your own business, open up a small company, hire a few people, pay them well. Guess what? No, because it's not convenient for them. So the thing is, the food is expensive right now. The electricity. I just got a mail not even 2 days ago. The electricity is gonna go up, and it's gonna keep rising like hell, like real bad. Rent, don't even get me started. Next year is gonna be the worst. Right now, household, the mortgage to buy a house right now, it went 148%. Can you imagine in 2 years? 148% higher than it was. So inflation is literally like it's inflation is freaking uh squeezing you. It's insane. But thing is, like, the way how wealth is created, the way how wealth is managed by the richest, it stays with the rich. If the money was given away again to the whole humanity, it would always come back to the same hands. Why? Because the mentality, the wisdom, the knowledge, the power, and all the stuff that they have, it makes you believe that, yeah, this is what you are, who you are. So they create all those limits right in your mind, but you can break free from it. Stop believing that BS. You can go big, you can go viral, you can create. I remember since I was a kid, I would ask my grandfather stuff like many questions. So I don't know if I'm a normal person. And I always been wondering the system. I always been wanting to know what the system is, who runs the country, and it just keeps me like that. And I hope you all enjoyed this beautiful video. And it's a beautiful day today. And yeah, middle class is, I think eventually it's gonna be disappearing because they don't want you to buy a house no more. What they're basically trying to do is like build 100 million thousands of apartments so you can be paying rent your whole life and never be free. They don't want you to move to another country with a stack of money. Why? Because the money is leaving America, so they wanted to keep it here and invest it here or do whatever you got to do here. But guess what? It goes back to the government. It's like, I don't understand. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Take care. God bless you all. God bless you. Take care.